Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on this video and watching a little bit of Tour 10. My name is David Pendleton. I'm going to walk you through Tour 10. We're going to hunt down this golden pin chest together, and we're going to play this tour with only using quasars and navigators. I know a lot of people think you have to use special balls like katanas, titans, kingmakers, or balls you even pay for in order to carry a high winning percentage on this tour. Definitely not true. The goal is to win at least more than 50% of your games so you stay profitable. And over these next 8 games, our goal is going to be to win at least 5 of them. That would be 62%. And we're not going to, pay for any balls. We're going to be playing opponents who are paying for balls, and we're going to beat them. And I'm going to show you how. All right, so right off the bat, we're starting with a little bit of a tricky par 5, but the good news is we have tailwind. So what we're going to try to do here is go left, like our opponent is. And what we're going to end up doing with the quasar is probably going full left spin, maybe a little bit of back spin to calm the ball down, but use overpower to make sure we hop over this little sand bunker here. Going to take a very similar shot as our opponent. Now, you keep in mind he's using a Titan, so, he's using a really good ball here. One of my favorite balls in the game that you don't have to pay money for. Yeah, so we're going to go full left. We're going to go just a click atop. And 11.1 miles per hour puts us right at 6 rings. All right. So we're starting off with a perfect drive. Should hop that bunker, and it should come to a stop before the rough, which is exactly what we're looking for on this hole. Now, if you want to make the green in 2 on this par 5, this is definitely the way that you got to go. So what's going to happen here is going to be pretty simple. Our opponent is going to reach a green in 2. We're going to be somewhere around the green in 2, and we're going to be heading to a shootout. It's really super important, on these tours, especially the higher tours where you go to a lot more shootouts because you don't see as many drops. A long distance shot like this on, tour, 6 or 7, for example, is a lot easier to make because the wind is less. You're going to get, even if you line up directly to the cup on a shot like this, you're still going to get a lot of push once your ball bounces on the fairway and rolls onto the green. Especially with a wind like this, 11 miles per hour, it's just a lot more difficult to make the shot. So, you're going to see yourself go to a lot more shootouts on these higher tours, than maybe you normally do, but that's okay. That's why we're making videos like this, is to really show everybody, well, how do you dominate the shootouts that you're going to go to, and how do you dominate them, by using balls like this? How do you save your money on the balls you buy to keep them for tournaments and things of that nature? Because I do buy balls for sure. I win a ton of balls in tournaments. Came in really nice there. Really close shot. But, I keep all mine. I keep pretty much anything above the navigators and quasars at this moment for tournaments. I don't play katanas. I don't play kingmakers. I don't play titans, berserkers, anything like that. All the way towards 1 through 10. I just stick with these power 1 balls, and you can carry a high winning percentage by doing so, as long as you know some sort of ring system to help with the wind, and you know how to target each one of these shootouts. So this shootout, you're going to target the same way each time. It's going to be 20% elevation. And I prefer to use my sniper over my long iron. I don't see many people take this shot with a long iron, so maybe this is how he always plays it. And now he just switched clubs. So you're going to be in between clubs on this, especially if you have tailwind. So if you're playing this hole and you have tailwind, you actually need to underpower your shot if you're using a sniper. And for me, I just figured that works the best. Now, truth be told, I've only been playing this tour for just a couple weeks, so I still don't know all the ins and outs myself, but I'm doing well enough to stay competitive without having to burn through, any different balls. So pretty much, we're just going to go a few bars of right spin to counter the wind once the ball hits the green. We're going to go full backspin. I'll put the ball guideline through the cup since we're getting just a little bit of headwind. We're just going to move it 7 rings. So that's how we're going to approach this one, especially in this wind. All right, we should just be able to hit this perfect. And that ought to be good enough to beat our opponent's shot. Perfect. So here we go. So like I said, we're going to be hunting after that pin chest. We're going to be 1 for 1 so far this morning. And you just saw that on a par 5, we beat an opponent who used a power 3 ball. All right, I was just making sure my microphone is on because I've made that mistake before. So, I'll go through this here with you. I do, just so everyone knows, it's not that I don't have the other balls to use. I have a ton. So, we have 190 Titans. We have 274 Kingmakers. Oh, and we have all these too. I just save those for tournaments. Quasars, Navigators, Marlins. You can do Marlin on Tour 10 if you want to. I got some buddies in my clan who do, and they're very good. But for me, I just like the side spin that the Quasar offers. And I just want to stress the point, you don't have to use special balls in order to win on this tour. You just saw it. Par 5, beat a Titan. So, we're really happy about that. We'll take it. All right. So really what you want to try to do on this one is you want to go from here to here. Now, in this type of wind, this is going to be very difficult for us to accomplish. So I'm just going to lay up over here. I'm just going to lay this shot up on the fairway, knowing that I'm not going to have any chance here to get to the green in 2. I could have gambled and went the other way, but I do have a very good chance of possibly, hitting the rough or possibly hitting the water. I don't like the wind, the headwind blowing in the opposite direction of what we need to help get onto the other fairway. And this is good. Our opponent is also going this way. So this could be another situation where right off the bat you're possibly heading to a shootout. All right. So really the goal here, as you can probably figure out, is just to get as close to the green as possible. So when you're adjusting this far down, we're losing distance. So we're just going to push it back up to max a little bit. Perfect. So we're definitely going to take that. This should be a good shot, a good opportunity here to make this chip in, to force a shootout. Now our opponent here could possibly hit the green. He does have a more powerful ball and definitely a way more powerful club. So the sniper at full max power is 174, and the cat, which is what our opponent is using here, is 180. He needs a perfect shot or even a great right. A little bit of a great right would be okay, which is what he did. But I don't think he adjusted the rings before the shot. I think he just took the shot. So, that's trouble for him. All right, so, we really need to knock this one in, and that would give us another win. We'll take that all day. Nice. So, we're putting a little pressure on our opponent here to chip in out of the sand. But you see, a lot of people gamble on drives. They think they got to push it in order to get themselves set up best for the hole. Sometimes you have to play it safe. Sometimes you just got to know, hey, this is not a good wind. I shouldn't go this way. So there it is again. We're off to a good start. We're 2 for 2. And we just beat a katana ball, which has in-game value. Golf Clash or Playdemic says that ball is 3 times more valuable than a Navigator or a Quasar. So, we're doing a really good job of beating those so far. And we're going to speed open chest. I'm trying to max out my clubs. That's going to take forever, but, it helps when you just open them up all the time. So now we're heading into the third hole. Okay. So this is a hole you can try to push. You can always, if you have bad wind, you can always lay up here and then go to the green in 2, no problem. In a wind like this, where you have this much tailwind, you can try to push and get your ball a lot closer to the green by getting onto that second fairway. Now, of course, a power ball would absolutely help you do that, right? But, we're not going to do that. We're going to adjust our rings. We're going to push up to max. We're going to let that baby rip. Great right is going to do us no good in this situation. Completely missed the fairway, but that's okay. Still going to go to the green in 2. We're just going to make the eagle opportunity a lot harder for ourselves. Now here's a good one. Here's an opponent. She's using the new home run ball, which is an awesome ball, by the way. In my opinion, a tournament-only ball. A ball that I will only use in expert tournaments and above. But you'll see with her using this ball, as long as she hits a perfect drive, she should have no problem going from fairway to fairway and really giving herself an advantage to beat us through a chip-in eagle. I didn't see a ring adjustment there. I just saw her just grip it and rip it, which isn't the way to play the game. You know, she could have given herself a better chance to be more accurate. Let's get over here a little bit. All right, so this would be a tough shot for sure. You know, but like I said on this one, it didn't really matter that we were in the rough because we're not going to have any issues getting to the green. You know, at this point, we're going to be playing for a shootout again, which is good. You know, I just said, if you watch my other videos, I like going to shootouts whenever I do this screen recording because then it really gives you an idea of how to approach each shootout hole, which is going to be super vital on these higher tours because, again, most of the time you're going to the shootouts. You know, this is going to be a tough drop for our opponent. He gave her a really good wind. That's the nice part about the home run ball is I believe it's, yeah, there is wind 5. So talk about total wind control. Definitely don't agree with using the Tsunami Club. Now she's switching to her Thorn. All right, well, the good news is no matter what happens on this hole, at least we're putting it in. And we'll be picking up our 3rd putt for our golden pin chest. All right, let's get this ready here. All right, so we're getting this one again. Like I said, 20% elevation on this hole. Getting a pretty wild wind. So this is going to end up being a 14 ring adjustment. And we're going to just put this one really small here. And you're going to see us probably get caught in between clubs. Oh, I just totally got messed up there. That's all right. But you see how much I had to underpower my shot? You know, that was a bad shot. And what happened there is my cat hopped up onto the table and his paw hit my screen. So I got lost of where I was at and had to just start doing it by feel. But the most important thing there to know is you see how she's using full backspin and her ball guideline is still going past the pin? Well, if you take a normal shot with this type of wind, you know, you got tailwind, your ball's going to go way past the hole. So you want to make sure that you underpower your shot. And if you don't know what I mean, rewind the video a little bit and look and see how I was at normal shot, you know, like she is right there. But then I moved my ball up until the target zone higher to underpower it a lot. Well, good news, guys. We're starting off Tour 10. We're 3 for 3. That means we're up 9 million coins. We just beat a home run ball. So far, this is going really good for us. And the good news is, we have 5 more games to go. All we have to do is win 2 of them now, and we stay profitable for the session. Now, my goal ultimately is to get up to winning between 70 to 75% of games. I'm very new on this tour, but, I'm picking it up pretty quickly, I think. But if you were to watch me play, like Tour 7, 8, or 9, you're going to see me, especially on like Tour 8, I played thousands of games on that tour, you're going to see me win 80% plus on that one. All right, so here is a situation to where with this wind, you're going to see me lay up. But if an opponent comes with a much more powerful ball, they may be able to drive to the green or very close to the green. But for us, we're going to be laying up on this side of the fairway. You can use an overpower shot here and try to go from fairway to green. But we're getting lucky. Our opponent is using the exact same ball as us. So again, we're going to be heading to a shootout, I think. You definitely like to be right of the fairway like our opponent is there. He made a good shot for sure. All right, so we're just going to overpower this a tad. So the point here of the second shot, of course, I love the drop. But I just want to get in range to make sure that we force the shootout. I also think a lot of people, too, get intimidated by the wind on this tour. Because you saw that last shootout, what was it, 14, 15 miles an hour? And a lot of people think they need to use like the Titans and the Kingmakers and that kind of stuff to control the wind. You don't. Just know the rings, right? Know the rings, and that's going to negate the wind for the most part. After that, it's just about knowing how the ball rolls after the rings. And then you can save everything else for later, for the tournaments. Now, tours 11 and 12, you're going to have to bust out different balls in this, for sure. But we'll get to that at a different time. I like to keep these videos around to what most tours people are playing. And, I don't know how many people really watch this because a lot of people on Tour 10 think they know what they're doing, and maybe they do. But I don't see many opponents that I play using a ball like our opponent is here. More times than not, I'm running into Titans, Kingmakers, and above. Very rarely do I play somebody who uses a Quasar Navigator. So, I think people should work on their skill, but anybody can play the game, however they want to. Some people just invest loads of money into the game, and they have a ton of power balls. Man, what is going on with this thing today? This is the third shootout on this hole. This should be interesting considering we have the exact same ball. Our opponent's played pretty well so far. So I feel like this could be the closest shootout that we've had. We just need to zoom in further to get rid of that tree branch, I think. Wow, under the gun. I don't know why it took him so long there. You know, so we're always at minimum distance of our sniper. All he had to do was zoom in a little farther. So hopefully that's good enough to pick up another win. Oh, it definitely is. Nice. So, what's that? We're 4 games in, I believe. And we're 4 for 4 so far. This is a really good start. Hopefully we can get some rematches. You know, you see very few rematches. Well, there we go. You see very few rematches anymore. Really drives me nuts. You know, most of these people are just gonna play again, so why not play the same person? All right. So this one is, I think this one's 10% on the drive. Sometimes I forget. So here's another situation to where if you're good at power shots, you can do a power drive and aim for the middle of the fairway, kind of where it starts that backwards Y, which is what our opponent may do here since he pulled out the Apocalypse. And you can really gain a lot of distance on this drive. Now, I, for one, am not good at these shots. I haven't really learned how to do them yet, but this is exactly what our opponent is going to do. In that type of wind, you can get to green, but, you know, I'm going to show you, yeah, I don't know how to do that. Just moment of honesty. I don't know how to do that yet. It's something I want to learn. But you'll check this out. We're just going to lay up, right? Like I said, play safe. I'd really love to know exactly how to do the type of shots that our opponent did. It's something I've done no research into. Well, very little, I should say. But, you know, let's just say he would have made green. Well, then what do we do? Well, take the loss. That's what I would do. And he's got an easy chip in here from the sand. So, you know, he may make this. And then we just take the L. But even if we do that, even if we do lose this game, we're still 4 for 5. So that's 80%. We'll take that all day. Now, he didn't make it. So the good news is this will be our 5th hole. And it's going to be our 5th shootout. Leave that a tad short there. 11-2, you probably put us at, 11 rings exactly. Oh, no, 12. Well, Yeah, there we go. Okay, 11 rings exactly. At least we hit the ball dead perfect in the center. Still too much wind. I should have backed it up a little further. Hey, but that's all right. So we're going to another shootout. Hopefully we get something different, you know. I mean, if I wasn't recording, I'll take that shootout hole all day because I think it's the easiest one on Tour 10. But I'd like to show you guys, you know, something different for sure. All right, what are they throwing at us this time? Okay. All right, so we're going first, 20% elevation. So the key to this hole is you want to use backspin and right spin. You just want that ball to just kind of just curl down there. We'll play this one almost at max distance. So, you know, we'll call it 14 rings on this one. Big adjustment. And we just want to hit this and just fall back down a little bit there. Come on, roll. Roll. Didn't get it far enough to the right to really get a good roll there. So I think we're less than 3.5 yards. I think we're putting it up, giving our opponent here a good opportunity to win this hole. You could play it this way, you know, but I have found out that if you play it this way, you do have a good chance of winning for sure and getting within a yard of the pin. But man, if you hit great right, you're in the water. So that's why I like to do it on my approach, because even a great right doesn't kill you. It would actually probably help us a tad in this situation. But he hit perfect. But you'll see he didn't use rings. He just pulled those based off of feel. And sometimes, you know, you get lucky like that in any tour. So 5 for 5, guys. Very excited on how this tour has started. Or this little grinding session, I should say. He doesn't want to play again. But even if we lose the last 3 holes here, you know, we're staying profitable, which was the whole point, right? You know, since we're playing 8 holes and we've won all 5 so far, it's impossible for us to lose profit at this point. I'll tell you guys all right now, I hate this course. I hate the Oasis course with a passion. I figured I just suck at it. I don't know why. It's just like one of those nemesis things. So hopefully you guys are going to bring me good luck on this. Especially considering that the Oasis is part of the new tournament coming up, which starts Monday. So 2 days. All right, a little bit of a different approach here by our opponent using a quarterback and a money ball. Hey, we'll take that. He's going to be in the sand, so he's definitely not probably not being able to reach the green into there. So, what would you like to do on this hole is you would like to go from here to up there on the top of the fairway, right on the drive. But my approach, play it safe. Now that second fairway, that rolls fast, everybody. So you want to be really careful on your drive, not to hit the ball too damn hard, because you will go right into the rough up there. What was that, 6 rings? Yeah, 6.7. So probably push our target back up to max there a little bit. Oh, come on now. Sit. All right, good. Whew. Got a little lucky there. Hit great left. And I thought I was going to come in a little hot. But anyways, more times than not. Oh, yeah, he can reach a green, but he got a little bit of tailwind to help him out, too. All right, well, either way, he's going to be on the green. We're going to be on the green. So I think we're going to go to our 6th shootout, everybody. That's awesome. What a perfect way to start recording to show you guys, 6 shootouts. Really show you how to win this tour, man. This is exciting for me. I hope this thing helps you. Man, that was nice. Okay. Ooh. Too strong of a roll. Man, I cannot believe that. I didn't think he was going to get to the green into, and he overshot the damn thing. So, I could go for dropping this shot, right? Easy win, but here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm actually going to play this thing safe. And I'm going to put my target right there in the middle of the fairway. I'll use a little bit of right curl to get back towards the hole. But what I don't want to do here is, if I would have lined up my rings perfectly, then I'd have been close to the rough on the right-hand side. And if I hit a great right, well, I probably hit the rough and roll out, but then I have to chip in for the eagle. Now, since our opponent is in the rough, it's going to make this shot, it's a very close distance. So this is an easy shot to make from the rough. But I just want to lay up there, just in case he misses, then I automatically win. So good job for our opponent. Went from sand to rough to in the hole. We did what we're supposed to do, and now we're going to be heading to a shootout. All right. So this one is played 15% elevation, and it automatically starts you off with your driver. And unless you have the quarterback like our opponent does, which I haven't seen anybody on Tour 10 actually get to use a quarterback on this hole, he's going to have a pretty big advantage, guys, because he's going to be able to get very close to the hole here by using a bunch of backspin and a pretty accurate club for a driver. Whereas we're going to have to back this thing up, use our sniper, and hope to get a good roll. .24. All right, let's go. I hate how glitchy this green is too. So, this one I'm not feeling too confident about. All right, it's good for him. He had a quarterback. Now I'm thinking I should have just went for the win on the hole. Well, at least we hit it perfect, but it was a pretty glitchy green. I had a hard time figuring out where my ball was going to roll. Sit. Oh, it's going to be close. I forgot what he had. I know it's really, really close, though. Ooh, very nice. All right, so we're getting another rematch. That's good. Well, that's how you play that hole. At least you got to see that. 15% elevation, just so everybody knows. All right, so another hole here where we're just going to lay up. So we'll lay up on the fairway, take our approach to the pin on the second shot. I wish we could have stole that last game from him. I'm not sure what the stats are on this ball that he's using. But I know I've seen it a lot. So this one here, you just hop from fairway to green. Guess I shouldn't use any right curl there. Oh well. But more than likely, we're going to be going to a shootout. I think this is our 7th hole, right? Now I've lost track. Well, I'll exit after this game, regardless of what happens, to double check on that. But now we're getting some variety on the shootouts. And we've been close on all the shootouts too, which is really good. So it shows you, with the Power 1 balls, you can be competitive. Now I lost track of holes. I know we've only lost one, but now I've lost track of how many we played. I think this is hole 7, right? Because we won the first 5, lost 1. Yeah, so this is number 7. Perfect. And I'll throw this out there too. This is a 10% shot, so I think in this type of wind, Let's go this way. Let's go full right. I have to watch out for these damn trees. You know what? No, let's go over here. Full left. I'm going to take the chance of hitting those trees. Oh, a great left. Come on, David. Get there. Get there. All right, we're okay. So that's how you want to play that hole. Right there is it's a lot of left curl. It's a lot of left spin on your ball. We were under the gun a little bit, but it's 10% elevation. If I were to have a tailwind or the wind blowing from left to right, I actually like to use the little island that's between those two palm trees there on the left-hand side to go right at the pin. In a wind like this, where you have headwind and the wind blowing, from left to right, it's easiest to hop that fairway that our opponent's on right now and use a bunch of left curl to get you close to the pin. But if you're listening, we need 10 more clan members. So if you can deal with some vulgar chat and some funny chat from time to time, and you can put up at least a couple thousand points in a season, we would love to have you join our clan. See if we can get one more game. Perfect. Nice. So again, thank you guys for watching this video. This is going to be our last hole. This is hole number 8. And we've won 6. We've won 6 for 7 so far. Which is what, 85%? So 85% on tour 10. That'll rack you up clan points and coins really fast. So another Oasis hole. And if memory serves me correct, the drive is 10%. The second shot is also 10% elevation. This is going to be okay from our opponent here. Even being in the rough, he's going to have no problems getting to the green in 2. And it's actually a pretty difficult second shot to drop. It's a rough bump. Yeah, for us, we're just going to have to go max overpower, left curl. Wow. And we may have some problems here. Shit the bed on that drive. Not sure what went wrong either. Now he's okay to get to the green. I don't think we can get to the green. All right, let's see what we're going to be faced with here. Now we have favorable winds. Yeah, we're not getting there. You know what? Sometimes just let it fly. Come on, we can make this. Wow. What in the world happened there? I would be honest, I wasn't even paying attention to the screen. I have no idea what he just did or how he missed that, but good for us. Now, if we just hit perfect, we win. Boom. All right. So, like I said, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes your opponent messes up. That was good. We got to play him 3 times. Pretty cool. Hey everyone, that's it. So, I wanted to get a Tour 10 video up on there. I hope everybody's staying healthy during lockdown and quarantine. Hey, but there it is. We just played with quasars only. We played 8 games. We won 7 of 8 games. So call it 88%. We had a really good session right here. I'm going to continue to play all day. If you thought this video was helpful or you need to know any other hints or suggestions on any tour, please leave it in the comments. I'll definitely get back with you. Please subscribe and come join our clan.